Music is like root work. It writes your true name on a scrap of paper and makes you dance undignified like King David. This is the Hoodoo Music Podcast.
All right. This is the Hoodoo Music Podcast, episode 18. Guest on this episode is Beach Bug. It's kind of a three-piece. What would you call it, Mike?
It's basically whoever's available, but mostly it's just me available.
What? How would you describe the sound?
Man, how to describe the sound? Let's see.
Like, I would almost call it post-punk.
Post-punk? Oh, that's kind of cool. I really like I don't know. I like the idea of having like a good dirty garage band. You know what I mean, dude? Well,
it's definitely got that kind of a dirty sound, which I like a lot. Before we get into anything, get into anything deep. What's this first song and what's it about?
This first song is called Sandy Cheeks, and I wrote it with my friend Rivers in my bedroom, and it's about like one night I was laying in bed, and it's like I'm really thinking about like the easy days when like I was like in elementary school and everything was just like so easy, and I watched a lot of SpongeBob as a kid, so it's a reference to Sandy Cheeks, I guess. But like I don't know, it's I guess like I opened the door to see all the pictures when I was young and feeling amused, like kind of like I was looking back, and that's the door, you know.
Everybody else has had to leave already. Which your drummer is Brandon Gallagher, who also plays Fratello in the Passion. So it was good to have him here on the show again. But he had to leave for work, and unfortunately, your bass player couldn't be here today.
Yeah.
But so it's just you. So how long have you been playing guitar and all that kind of stuff?
I really started picking up guitar like in middle school. So I'd say around like 11 or 12, and then just like, I don't know, just learning like your simple chords, and then kind of just building off of that, and just as the more you get familiar with like, you know, you can get different emotions out of it. You know, it's kind of like when you play a G chord, it's like all happy, and then you kind of like start playing happy chords, man. I don't know. I don't really know. Like, I don't know.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, where do you draw a lot of your like musical inspiration?
Oh man, inspiration. I'm really in like the Philadelphia scene right now. I really like a lot of bands come out of Philly. But like if we're going back, of course, like bands like Nirvana, like Sonic Youth. I don't know, like the whole 90s grunge movement was just really gnarly. It was just really good shit.
Well, there's definitely an element of that in the stuff you're playing.
Cool.
You know, what's kind of like the writing process like? Is it just you, or is it collaborative, or what?
Yeah, I write all the music by myself. I mean, I write all the lyrics, and like I write like the progressions, and I'll get like an idea for drums, but you know, when you have like Brandon Gallagher, you don't really, it's kind of just like it kind of just takes its own thing, takes on its own personality.
Kind of let him do his own thing,
exactly.
and it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, he's definitely nasty. But yeah, the writing process is just normally like me in the bedroom. I don't know, man. Just like early in the morning, wake up really early, and just I don't know, play some really like sad stuff and see what comes out. I guess, man. I don't know. I'm just a sad individual, I guess. I'm just a sad little boy. Just a lost little sad little boy.
Yeah, well, I guess. That's funny. Well, so yeah, I mean, you know, you're still exploring a lot of things about songwriting and stuff like that. Because I mean, you're what, 18?
Yeah.
So, and you're still in high school.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. But I mean, it's cool. It's cool to see like I love seeing younger kids involved in music scene, and like going to shows at places like the Radio Room and stuff like that, and seeing kids your age and like Sparrow's Point and those guys.
Yeah, totally.
No
doubt. Good time.
Well, we had a couple more songs. What's this next one?
This next song is called it's called Hook the Fish, and yeah, I wrote it. Just I don't know. I really sat down. And I kind of wrote that like riff out, and just really like comparing myself to like a fish. I don't know. The first part of the song is in the perspective of a man and a woman, and it's basically like when you are in love, you're not alone. You're not necessarily alone, but you're alone with your significant other. You know what I mean? It's kind of like we are alone, because we are one, because we're in love. And then the second part of the song is told through the perspective of a fishhook. And like, when I say like I am the point, it's just basically like giving reference to that. Because like, animals, yeah, it's like, like it's really cool like to see how a lot of everyday things in life can be compared to like things that happen in like Mother Nature, man. Like it's kind of cool how like fishes are like, quote unquote in school, that's cool shit. Yeah, excuse my language, but like, yeah, dude, like I love comparing like real life human activity to like nature. It's really far out. It's cool. It's really cool. I'm into it.
When we were talking earlier, you mentioned the Pablo generation.
Yeah.
Is a term you've used a few times, and referencing the Pablo, the house venue out in Clemson. Why don't you tell me a little bit about that? What does that mean to you?
Oh man, the Pablo generation means everything to me, man. It's the homies for sure. Bands like Daddy's Beamer, Apricot Blush, Tom Angst, Quality Time, J.S. Terry, and there's definitely more. But yeah, we're like I would consider us a community, and yeah, we're just like we're all really closely knitted together. Like we all kind of knew each other before we started playing at Pablo, so it was really cool to like get in touch with more bands. I don't know, like with around our age group.
Sure.
And, yeah, and it was just really cool. Everybody really clicked well, and Pablo is just such a great time. It's just good. It's just good friends. Just like watching each other rock out and have a good time. Man.
Yeah.
Make some memories. So like, yeah, the Pablo generations. It's just like kind of like the upstate like youth culture. You know what I mean? We're just like the rebellious kids that don't care about school. Yeah, because we're bad. We're bad boys. We're bad. We're so bad. We're so bad.
Yeah, but it's cool. It's cool. There's a community of younger musicians kind of forming together. I think that's
Totally.
It's how a scene is built.
Word. Word. Yeah, I'm like super stoked about it. I love my friends, so it's just really cool to be able to, really make some really good memories. Just doing what I love with my friends. It's just like it's a dream come true, man. It's like exactly what I wanted, and I'm getting it, and it feels really great. It feels really great.
It's awesome.
Yeah, I feel like the most wealthy man in the world. Whenever I'm like like doing stuff like this, man, it's really gratifying, and it feels like I can just like keep on doing it. So it's great.
I'm glad to see though that a lot of these, what you would call the Pablo generation, a lot of these bands are getting involved with the music scene where there's some older musicians too,
totally.
Because there's a lot of sharing that happens. I think it brings new life into a scene that's that's been struggling but is growing.
Yeah, it's honestly really cool to have someone like Brandon Gallagher in your band, because it kind of he gives you that link to like the older scene. And like I remember the first show I ever played was at the Soundbox Tavern, and we played with Benji, and it was just like, it's just really wild when you play a show and you're opening for this band and you have no idea what they sound like, and then you get that first taste of the Greenville scene. It's like this is what I'm like with. Like seeing like how much talent those dudes had.
Yeah.
It's just like this is what I'm with. Like I'm down for this. You know what I mean? It's like it honestly gets you excited. It makes you just want to get involved even more, man. Totally.
Well, what's this next one?
This next song is called Casey. It's about it's just about like a dude that like sucks, I guess. I don't know. Just falling in love with a dude that really sucks, and just like, I don't know. You really want to like help him out, but man, he's just so caught up in doing his dumbass shit that it feels like all you can do is just really just fall in love with him even more. I don't know. Kind of just wrote about like a party, and just like waking up the next morning, and you're just like, what the fuck what happened? Like, that's what Casey's about. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's a lot of lyrics are just like kind of like last minute because I'm really lazy, but I definitely like they definitely have like meaning to me, or else I really wouldn't be saying them. They all
sure.
Yeah. It's just
it's still from the heart, even if it's improvised.
Totally. Like it's kind of it's really fun to write a song and then reflect on it and then be like, oh, you know what? Maybe that lyric was about that. You know what I mean? It was just like in my subconscious, and I subconsciously said it and didn't realize that it pertained to like a moment in the past. I'm like, whoa, that's far out. Like, it's like maybe like that lyric was like meant to be, because like, I don't know. Like it's really weird when like you're just writing like shit down and it's just in your subconscious, and like some things you write down can really be deep and really be meaningful to you. And it may not seem like anything at the moment, but you can reflect back on that lyric and really pick it apart and find some really cool meaning meaning to it in your life. It's really interesting. It's really cool, man. Casey is the kid who would break his little bones trying to climb out of the window from hiding from his mom. He couldn't feel his feet, so he got a little high. Oh, Casey, you're the boy that I'll love until I die. Yes, Casey, you're the one, I really want. We'll take you on the stand, having too much fun. Oh, when will the day come? I shout it to the sky. Oh, where will Casey love me? Where will he be mine? Oh,
So what's next for Beach Bug? Like, what's the dream? What's the goal, and what's the next step? You know?
Definitely want to tour and just play as many shows as I possibly can.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I said, I was really into like the Philadelphia scene. So ever since I really like got into the band, really got into the music, I was like, man, it'd be really cool to like move to Philadelphia. But I don't know. I'm definitely taking it in stride and like trying to figure out what's comfortable. So like what's next for Beach Bug, mainly just like in my brain is just playing more shows and just writing more and trying to progress and really like find like a good a comfortable sound, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
There's definitely some promise because there's a lot of talent
Cool. Thank you.
in what
Thank
you guys have.
Thank you, man.
Especially with you and with Brandon, you know,
Yeah, it's
kind
wild.
of anchoring it.
Yeah,
know?
totally, man. Yeah, I'm really happy with it. I'm really happy with like the way these songs have turned out, man. It's like exactly what I mean, it's just like what I wanted, you know? It just feels great. It feels really good to like it feels good to walk into a room and this guy can literally just pick up what you tell him to do in a matter of like 3 minutes. Like this man's been drumming for like the majority of his life, so it's just really cool to like walk in and he's just like, "Yeah, I got you, dude. But how about like this?" And you're just like, "Yeah, that was
You're right.
yeah, that was pretty good." Like it's like, yeah, do that. And then just like live shows, he's just being an animal on stage. It's just
Definitely.
like it's a great one thing I've always loved about playing was just the energy like I would get from like Brandon and Jackson. It just feels so good, man. It feels so good to just like let it all out and just like leave it out there. Cause like once you're done with the show, man, you're just like, you can't complain. You're just like, you know, you're tired cause you just, you know, you had a good time, you know, and it's good shit.
Well, you had this was the last song from the regular session. So what's this one?
This one's called A Collapsed Roof that we called Home. It's about like, I guess it's just about like getting high and being really uncomfortable. I don't really know. I don't really remember how or like when I wrote the song, but it's been around for a while. I had just released like an EP a couple of weeks ago, and this song is actually not on it. So I think we played every song we played except one was on the EP. So except that, yeah, the last one's the one that's not on the EP. So it's it's good. I like it. I like it. Guys. Enjoy it.
Mike, I want to thank you so much for coming out and doing the show. I had a blast recording. It was good to see Brandon again. It was really good to see you. And, man, I just thank you so much for doing the show.
Dude, thanks for having us, man. We really appreciate it. You're doing a great thing.
Well, I'm trying to do my part to help out.
Yeah.
You mentioned earlier you have a new EP out. Where can people find that?
Beachbug at bandcamp.com. Yeah, just beachbug@bandcamp.com. You'll find it, baby.
So beachbug.bandcamp.com.
Oh, yeah.
You got a Facebook page. What's the URL to that? Facebook.com/
Oh, man. I think it's like Beachbug Band or something like that. I honestly don't even know my Facebook URL. I just look up Beachbug on Facebook and see if you get lucky.
Okay, and it's at Beachbug Band on Instagram as well.
Yeah, Beachbug Band Instagram for sure.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, this show is available on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, and pretty much anywhere else you can find podcasts. You can subscribe to the feeds and the YouTube channel by just going to bit.ly/Hoodoo Music Podcast. If that's too hard to remember, try YOLO420.com/local band swag.
Oh, that's so sick. Oh, yeah.
It's an easy way to find it.
Oh, yeah.
It's also available at rootdoctormedia.com.
Hit it up.
You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Mark Jones Audio. You can also follow the Facebook page. It's facebook.com/Hoodoo Music Podcast. But until next time, thank you so much for listening to the Hoodoo Music Podcast.
Lay down, Hoodoo music all I